Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's show, we'll update you on the final week of the regular season for the Ferris State men's and women's basketball teams, along with Bulldog hockey. Get you set for all the postseason action that starts this week. We'll start first, though, with Bulldog basketball, joined by head coach Andy Bronkema. Coach, welcome to the show.
Hey, good to be here, Robert.
I know a highly competitive weekend of action here at Wink Arena. Nice to be back at home, but two tough opponents you faced this past weekend to wrap up the regular season.
Yeah, two hot opponents. I think it was a 9 or 10 game win streak and a 6 or 7 game win streak we were facing, and teams that were playing really well down the stretch, which is what you want your teams to do. And it was a fun weekend for basketball.
Obviously, you clinched at least a share of the GLIAC overall championship with a win on Thursday night. And what does that mean, just clinching that championship again here in the regular season?
Well, if you start the season and say you're going to be the number 1 seed and be GLIAC champs, you take that all day. So that's the best you can do. And we did the best we could do. We lost some, we won some, and we came out on top with the number 1 seed. So we're not going to apologize for that. We did the best we could. And, of course, the losses, you want to go back and change a few things. But, we won a lot of good games, too, and a lot of close games. So we reset now after this week. Some great crowds, some great atmosphere, some great events that we had, and just a lot of alumni coming back and people coming back. Some big plays, big shots, big plays by the other team. The performances, single 40 points and a half type of performances. I mean, it was a crazy week. But you reset and you go for the tournament now. So we're happy about where we're at, and we're moving forward, trying to get better.
We'll go to some of the highlights. We'll start with Thursday's game against Michigan Tech. And I know you've said it before, this is what you come to places like Ferris State, Michigan Tech for, is to play in big games like this.
Yeah, Michigan Tech won the conference last year, the tournament, and went to the Sweet 16. They returned the majority of their guys, and it's Coach Bittner's first year as the head coach, but they just got great, a great system there, a great program, and they just plug the guys into what they do. And they lost a couple games early, we lost a couple games late. We ended up coming into this game tied, and the winner was going to be the number 1 seed. And it was an amazing game. I thought both teams deserved a win. It was one of those games, and a lot of big time plays were definitely made. Block shots there, big rebounds, big shots, tough shots, and no bigger than the one that Walt hit at the end of regulation to force to overtime. But it was an emotional game, and there was just a sense of relief that we got it done. And then here's the Dean Davenport Award winners, and Dean's been a big part of our program and helping me out, taking some notes at games, and he's special to our program. Just a lot of people coming around this week, and the playoff basketball that mattered.
Obviously, a 3-point lead at halftime. Maybe talk about the play of the second half, especially Walt Kelsler had 32 points and really played one of his best games as a Bulldog.
Yeah, that's why you have belief in your players, and you go down with them, or you live and die with your players because you love them and you train them and you believe in them. And the game before, he didn't have a good game, and he missed the game-winning shot, and we lost in overtime. This time he hit the shot, and we won in overtime. So I was really proud of him. He had one of his biggest games, if not his biggest game, in the biggest moment, and that's not easy to do. Look at the shot, Robert. It's crazy. I mean, we're right in his face. I mean, that was a huge shot, end of the shot clock. So and Owen's a really terrific player for Michigan Tech, and he has been. He was MVP last year. So, but Walt, play after play down the stretch, and some tough shots himself. Perfect at the free throw line.
Able to hit some free throws here down at the end in overtime. Got a big win, 76-72, and a chance to cut down the nets following this game, and a lot of excitement from the fans, the football team on hand here.
Yeah, the football team. We wouldn't have won it without them, but we almost lost it with them, right? Running on the floor, and then the officials had to call a technical or something. I don't know why they had to do that, why they couldn't just stop the game and get it under control how they wanted it, and tell the game management this is what we want, and figure it all out. But anyway, it worked out, and that's memorable too. And I appreciate Tony and bringing this team in there, and all the other people that came. It's really special to get a bunch of people in there and have that type of atmosphere. And what makes me the happiest is seeing the joy on our players' faces, their families, cutting the nets down, and they get to have this forever. And there's no guarantee. We could work this hard for the next 10 years and never win another one, and we'd we'd have to be okay with that, and we'd have to take away whatever we can from the experience, and there's plenty to take away. But when you can win a championship, you know how rare it is and how special it is, and I get overwhelmingly happy for everybody else. And I think that's changed for me a little bit. Not that I was selfish with the championships, but early on when we won a couple, it felt really good to me and to everybody. But not that it doesn't feel good to me. It's a little bit of a relief, but it feels good to me because it feels good to other people, and I know that they get to take it away, and it lives with them forever.
Obviously, following that big win on Thursday night, you had to come back on Saturday, and always special to celebrate Senior Day. I know maybe not the result you wanted, but certainly a chance to celebrate your seniors here before the game, too.
Yeah, and I guess I got to get better with Senior Day. I don't know. I want to celebrate the seniors all the time. I mean, they made it to the end, and I want to stay in touch with them all the time, but I don't know how much luck we've had on Senior Days, so maybe I'm doing something wrong there. We got some great seniors, and they're accomplished, and they have resumes, and they have talent, and they have moments here at Ferris. They have a legacy. And we also brought back the Wall of Honor. The guys on our Wall of Honor, first team, second team, all league, all defensive, all Americans, and we had 30 or more players and coaches on that Wall of Honor, Roger Vanderlaan's Wall of Honor, that he built for us, and Dr. Gunther, and that was a special moment to have everybody back. So memories were flowing, reminiscing, and we played a great first half in this game. And then, that shot right there, I think, gave them a little momentum going in, even though they were down 15. We missed a 3, they made a 3. They came out on a 6-0 run, and then, Max happened. He had 40 in the second half. A lot of them were very well contested. Some of them we were out of our defensive scheme, which was disappointing, but, shots like that just going in. He made 8 3-pointers in the second half. And you walk away saying, anybody seen 40 and a half live? Nobody had. I didn't talk to anybody that had seen such a thing. And you shake his hand and say, job well done. You really had a out-of-body experience and a great performance, and he beat us.
Obviously, you guys made some plays trying to stay in the ball game here despite his performance here in the second half, and kind of back and forth here going down the stretch. And unfortunately, they hit some timely shots. Max Borklin, again, with a big performance here, kind of lifted them to the win.
Yeah, we had a chance to still win this, even despite that performance. I think the real takeaway is, when somebody gets on a roll, you just do the next right thing, and you can't let it deflate you. We got a little bit down, and I think it hurt us in some other areas. You gave us some offensive rebound, missed a couple free throws, and there was plenty of time left, to change the momentum. So, again, there's a pile of learning experiences in the regular season, and to learn them well, being the number 1 seed, we're very fortunate. We're going to take those experiences, try to put them into the playoffs here, and see if we can win the tournament. Obviously,
you open the GLIAC tournament at home on Wednesday night against Davenport. A tough opponent here as you get the number 1 seed and maybe a chance to host the semifinals and finals this weekend.
Yeah, what a joy that would be to host the Final Four of our conference tournament. I mean, that would be another feather in all these guys' caps. But Davenport we split with. We had to reschedule the games, so we played them kind of Thursday, and then we played Saturday, and then we played them on a Monday. And we beat them at home, lost them at their place. They have kind of a unique zone, so if you're coming out to the game or watching the game, it's going to be a game within the game. There's just to find openings in that zone, and it looks like a 4-1, maybe a 1-1-3, but that's kind of the thing we're looking forward to doing is defeating that zone and out-competing Davenport. They're very talented. Honestly, one of the toughest 8 seeds you could imagine. And our league is stacked 1 through 8. I mean, anybody can win it, and that's not a joke. And they had some injuries, and a couple of injuries. This guy's still injured, but they recovered from it. And they found some chemistry. They found their identity, and they're playing well right now. And that's what you want to do at the end. And I like where we're at too.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time, and congratulations on the GLIAC championship. Best of luck here in the postseason.
All right, Robert. Thanks.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.